Suddenly focus national attention.
We costed the same job 3 times. They sneak in all these extras,
Oh,
then...
I don't want any more, thank you.
Anthea, don't be boring.
Well, I've been terrible today.
She's been boozing in her lunch hour.
Well, it's only once a year. Well, twice with Christmas.
You missed your chance, you know. Those secretary birds on the 8th floor sozzled half the afternoon.
No, I'm glad I stayed. And Mr. Skerry's glad, so am I. And then you never know, if ever he does get on the board, then I would move up with him. If only his health stays well. His chest is terrible in the winter-time. He comes in when he shouldn't.
Still, he came in today, didn't he?
Oh, yes. Well, he wouldn't miss. He knows. His inhaler helps no end.
Did he buy you that chain?
A bauble. That's what he calls it. He likes baubles. It's a silly word.
Anyone for cheese?
Should there be brown bits in here?
Well, that's the toffee, the caramel.
Don't mind him, Anthony's ignorant. Hey, where did you put the cheese?
Oh, it's on the sideboard in that bag. Oh, I'll burst if I eat any more.
That's Fran's cooking for you all over. Bits in everything. Brown bits in the soup.
Oh, that's my fault. I burnt the garlic.
You did it right. It should be burned.
Brown bits in the stew.
That's the meat, you fool.
And brown bits in the oranges.
Oh, but they're nice and crunchy, though.
Bits in your teeth, that's all you get from her. I've never known you cook a plain thing yet.
Well, I have enough of that in the canteen, don't I?
Well, I think Fran's cooking makes a change. Well, it's different.
You say that again.
You've done well eating it, haven't you?
Of course. Day in, day out might be a different thing.
That doesn't arise, though, does it?
Oh. You might say yes to me one day. The rate he's mucking you around, well, yes, you might get choked enough. Open night at the kids' school. The other woman gets put down. Just dash her off a little note. Why not? She's taken it for years.
You shouldn't. A lot of men are married. You shouldn't get at her. It isn't fair.
Cried to you, has she?
No. Not properly. I don't know much about it.
Waste.
Well, I don't know. Oh, phone. Hello? Yes, Mum, of course it is. Yeah, I got your card. No, we're having a party, a dinner party. Yes, of course I'm enjoying it. I'm just tired, that's all. Look, I must get back. It's rude. I'll be home the usual time. Yes, Addick will do fine. I will.
Such a damn war. Just getting through it. I'm just so sick of it.
Must give you something. Must get something out of it.
He threw me over once. I didn't see him for 6 months. Thought I was going to go mad.
You messed up Anthea's party.
Go back if you want to. bringing the car around. Do you want a lift? You might as well. Do you?
Yes, all right.
I'm sorry we cocked it up last night.
Trevor stayed then, did he?
Yeah.
There's parts of food left, you know.
Well, we'll finish it tonight. I'll take you out to the place. We'll have a meal. And this time we'll do it separately. Okay. I'll do it.
It's funny what puts you off when you're a kid. My old man once, he took me to a library, a big one with revolving doors. I've got this thing about the doors.
You think you won't be able to get out?
That's right. You had it too?
Yes, I have.
I had that once about a lift. But then that was a very
The
different...
lifts at work are bad enough. Mr. Skerry tells me use the stairs.
I bet he doesn't.
Oh, yes, he does. Keeps him fit. That and his squash.
Squash.
Plays in his lunch hour. He's joined a club.
All these poor desk-bound types. My boss is on that kick too. He's done his back in twice. He won't give up though.
You've got your football.
Well, that's different.
Well, my father plays for a bowling team. I just think men like playing games.
Ever been to a bowling alley, Anth? 10-pin bowling?
No, never.
We'll go. All of us. One night this week.
Oh, yes, I'd like that.
More coffee, anybody?
No, I must get back. Well, thank you very much for this evening. I really did enjoy it.
Fair old picture. All right?
Tired?
Want me to push off?
Since when have you been keen on 10-pin bowling?
Well, that's good for a laugh.
With Anthea?
Oh, come on. She costs nothing. I mean, she gets a pretty crummy deal.
Oh, I see. Be kind to Anthea campaign.
Well, it worked tonight.
Very cosy.
True. Who knows? More we knock about together, habits die hard and such.
Two's company, three's a crowd. Where does that fit in?
With her, we're the two. I could see long-term benefits.
God, Trevor. You've really got your head screwed on all right, haven't you?
Yeah, well, just because you're cracked on someone, there's no need to act like you're a fool. Not when you're not one. No. All this grand passion. Lose your head in that. Maybe you go on it, but it's not my style. For me, I think I want you. If you're screwed up, then it carves me up, too. I want to put a stop to it. Well, that's it, really.
Yeah. I know.
Think about it anyway.
He's going away next week. Business, but not much to do.
Asked you to go with him.
I haven't decided yet.
Have a good time.
We don't get many of them.
Let me know.
The cinema we went to is quite near. I'm hoping we can go again quite soon. Later this week, we're all of us going bowling. Not Daddy's kind, the other sort. A new experience for me in store. Must stop now. Burning midnight oil. Love and kisses. Anthea.
Mrs. Lawson?
Oh, I've got some milk.
Oh, leave that now. Sit down. Finish your supper. I want to have a chat with you.
Would you like something to eat?
No, I'm going out to eat. I wanted to have a talk with you first.
You make me nervous saying that.
Well, it's good news, so relax. Trevor and I are giving it a whirl together. We're going to have a crack at living with each other.
When did you decide?
I decided dark depths of last night. I reckon, well, it's now or never, really. Do something positive or else.
But what about your friend?
I'm ditching him, opting out. I've actually said no to him for once. Mind you, it hasn't hit me yet.
So you'll be leaving then, will you?
Well, no, Anth, that's the point. That's why I saw Mrs. Lawson, about Trevor moving in.
Oh, but she never let you. I mean, it's all very well for the odd night.
Well, I told her we would be getting married.
Oh.
Oh, well, we would. That's the point. See, Trevor's the straightest bloke I've ever met. There's just no way I can't be straight with him. And I think that if I was married to him, I'd settle down.
But then you're saying that Trevor is...
Yeah, it's a way to get me out of it. Doesn't turn me on, he never has, but he makes me laugh and we're friends. I don't think that's so bad. I wouldn't mind it being married, Anth. And like you say, a lot of people are.
Yes.
Anyway, the landlady's all right. The only hang-up is the room. I mean, there's not enough space for me and all my junk, let alone Trevor's gear.
Doesn't she have a bigger room then?
Full up. So, we kicked it around a bit and we thought, well, why not do a swap? She'd be agreeable, it's just... who with? I mean, my rent's less. It makes sense for someone that's on their own.
You weren't thinking of me, were you?
Well, your name was mentioned, yeah. I mean, you've got the space, you've got the sink and the stove. We're friends. There's no harm in asking.
No. No, there's no harm in asking, Francis, but I'm afraid I can't say yes.
Well, you might just think about it.
Why? Why should I give it up?
Well, because there's only one of you.
Sometimes I might have friends and sometimes I might have guests.
Oh, all right, all right.
It's not so much the room, it's how I keep it. If you lived here, you'd ruin it.
Oh, yeah, it might look lived in, not like a bloody monument.
Well, that hasn't put you off, has it? Using my stove, dumping your washing up.
For God's sake, Anth, don't be so bloody petty. I just asked you on the off chance.
Well, I don't think you did. I think you told Mrs. Lawson I would move. Go on, I bet you did. Tell me the truth.
Yeah. I thought you might.
Well, I'm not. You bully me because that's how you carry on. You're selfish and you use people. You did it with me and now you are with Trevor. I'm sorry for him. Yes, I really am.
He's a big boy now. Trevor knows where it's at.
Yeah, well, I think that makes it worse. It's horrible to have to go to church and say all those things you have to say when you don't... When you don't love him. It isn't fair.
Oh, for God's sake, Anth, grow up.
I know, because Mr. Skerry's wife's like that. She never loved him.
No, not like you. Well, keep your room. Keep it nice and polished. And perhaps one day himself will come along. The man you love, your boss. And he'll have you with a bit of luck. And that's when it will really start to hurt.
Fran, you're being daft. All this fuss about a room.
You didn't hear. You weren't there.
She'd every right to turn you down. She's lived here longer for a start.
She might have thought about it.
Why?
Because she owes us something.
We took her to the flicks. Big deal.
The birthday party?
A laugh a minute that was. Cinderella really had a ball.
Yeah, compared to the usual, yes, she did. Huh. She said she might have visitors. Some hopes.
Her parents come and see her?
Who else?
Look, Fran, I don't care. 4 walls, that's all we're on about. I mean, it doesn't worry me to kick off here.
It does me, though.
God, you can be a stubborn cow.
She gives me the pip. She's pathetic. She's just a hanger-on.
Not any longer, though, is she?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, she didn't bow down and say yes. She actually stood up to you for once.
Look, Trev, I didn't just barge in there. I didn't hit her on the head. You both of you make out I'm some sort of a human bulldozer.
Did I say that?
Stand up to me, you said.
You called a tune.
She's made herself into a doormat. It's her mentality. It makes me sick.
She's kind, she's good, she's harmless. I don't see her like you do, not some kind of freak.
Yeah, well, you all know I'm the freak around here.
Oh, for goodness sake, stop feeling got at. Just stand back, woman, will you, and take a good hard look. You look hard at yourself for once, and if the cap fits, wear it. God, you're intelligent enough.
Huh. A right doting couple we'd make.
Oh, Fran.
Leave me alone.
Look, Fran, you're doing it. You're putting yourself through the mangle. Why? It's daft.
You don't know what it's like. 8 whole years. Just gone. Crossing them out. Huh. You can say goodbye, all right. But then, it's not just goodbye to him. It's all the rest of it. Thinking that one day there's just the chance, the hope that, well, if he ever did leave her, there'd be nothing like it. It'd be bloody paradise. It's giving up all that you've ever dreamed about.
Yeah, well, I thought you worked through all of that.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
I'm fed up.
Maybe we... I don't know.
Maybe I should get lost.
Yours. Oh, yes. Would you put it by the sink?
Well, I'm off.
I heard you moving your things up and down the stairs.
Ah,
I'd have thought Trevor might have helped you.
Trevor's not around. You'll be glad to hear. Poor old stool pigeon was saved at the 11th hour.
Well, I didn't mean to...
Well, we both said lousy things. Best forgotten, I would say.
It's not so easy, is it?
Anyway, I'll see you around sometime. Canteen if nowhere else.
So you're not changing your job, then?
No, just rooms.
And men?
Cheerio, Anne.
Goodbye. This week, a brand new tenant has moved in upstairs, the room which Francis had before. I haven't seen this woman yet, but maybe if she's nice, we could make friends. If she is more or less my age and things. I haven't missed Francis much at all. The truth is, she got on my nerves. Oh, hello.
Your ladle. Fran will stop with it.
Oh, thank you.
And ask me in then.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
How's things?
Very well, thank you. Oh, just put this away.
So, you don't miss Fran then?
Not very much, no.
I do.
Yes, but then you're seeing her, aren't you? You must be, the ladle.
Only off and on. Besides, she's been away.
Where is she living?
Earl's Court. Tatty Pat, I must say, not half as cosy as upstairs.
She didn't have to leave like that.
You know Fran. Never do things by halves.
Don't know what Mrs. Lawson must have thought. All that fuss about her moving in. Had to move in urgently, I said.
It did seem urgent at the time. Moving out seemed urgent too.
Well, if you work in the same place as someone, it doesn't do to live on top of them.
You can't see much of Fran at work. Not in the normal run.
No, but it's the principle. Anyway, that's what I think.
We, never got to do that bowling lark. Offer's still open, if you're free.
Oh, I've got to have an early night. We're very busy at work just now. I make errors if I'm tired.
Well, up to you.
Yes. And Mr. Skerry's got this special project. If it goes well, it matters a great deal.
Well, you could make it yet. 8th floor.
That's why I can't, you know, why I must do my best. Too much going out and things. Well, it's not fair.
You should go harder. Sometimes.
I'm happy not to, though. See, most people can't be on their own. But I'm used to it. Anyway, I can. It's nice and cosy here. Things are how I like them. I've got my routine. After all, I'm at work with people all day, so in the evenings it's nice to have time to relax, time to myself, to do my own thing. My mother goes on at me a bit about living on my own. But there again, I've got my job. See, most people don't care for their work. You can't have everything.
Tell that to Fran someday.
Yes, well, I don't think we'll be seeing much of each other somehow. We just don't seem to see eye to eye on things. She sees things different. She's different. She reads things into things. That you can want to be with someone, care for them, well, a great deal, without it being nasty, you know, without the other side to it, I mean.
Yeah, well, that other side, that means a lot to Fran, you know. Not to be scoffed at, Ant. That's why she's stuck to Doodah all this time. Can't get enough of him.
Yes, well, I don't want to talk about that.
You brought it up, not me.
Well, look, I must get back to work. I've got all this typing to do.
Look, seriously, why not change your mind? Come bowling and I'll bring along some mates. You never know, someone might take your fancy.
I told you, I'm perfectly all right as I am, thank you.
All right, just an idea.
I don't know why you came round here in the first place. Reading people's letters? Well, it's just rude.
I'm on my way.
Suppose you'll go and hang round Francis?
Yes, I suppose so. Why?
I'd have thought you'd have more pride.
Oh. Oh, well, I haven't. Cheery, bye.
There's no point in asking me again. I'd be no good at bowling anyway.
Your life, Auntie Rynham.
Yes.
Rather you than me.